Guys, I have exciting news.
Here are my top 10 announcements from last month in the hope that I can show you something you may have missed. But before we get started, I'm so excited to announce that the Workbench Hobbies Top 10 video series is now proudly sponsored by B&A Model World. B&A have built a fantastic reputation in the hobby for their huge range, great prices and outstanding customer service. So if you're looking for your next kits, tools, modeling supplies, jump on over to bnamodelworld.com and check them out, and be sure to let them know that I sent you over there. So thanks again to B&A for supporting this channel, but more than that, this amazing hobby of ours.
Tell them Mary Sparkles sent you.
Vargas Scale Models continue to expand their impressive line of high detail 3D printed resin kits, and this month they're releasing the fascinating Seabrook armoured lorry in 35th scale. Now, it's based on one of Britain's earliest purpose-built gun trucks from the First World War, where it combines a commercial truck chassis with armour plating and a 3-pounder naval gun. It's certainly an unusual subject, and one that's unlikely to ever appear as a mainstream injection moulded kit. You may have heard of Ginger Cat before for their high quality 3D printed accessories, but this month sees them dipping their toe into injection moulding. They bring us 4 kit releases to entice us to spend our money, with the one that caught my eye being the SdKfz 251A version. Ginger Cat are pairing ICM plastic with a ton of their aftermarket accessories, much like a company like Edward would do, looking to improve on the detail in that base kit and offer us some interesting versions of the subject. The interior looks especially impressive with a fully detailed driver's compartment, engine, troop area, radio equipment, and even a small crew heater included straight out of the box. BlackSnake Models are a French manufacturer specialising in ultra-high detail 3D printed resin figures, vehicles and accessories, and they are a manufacturer that keep popping up on my radar. This month sees them expand their modern military range with the Grizzly in 35th scale. Produced as a high definition 3D print, it captures those aggressive lines and the rugged appearance of France's latest Special Forces armoured vehicle. I can't imagine you'll be seeing too many of these on the competition tables, so if you're looking for something fresh and new, this one might be worth a look. Now, if you're going to go big, you might as well go all the way. Trumpeter have completely retooled their massive 16th scale Leopard to a 6. The new kit features a highly detailed fighting compartment and turret interior, complete with a gun breech, crew stations, and ammunition stowage, along with more than 1,300 parts to become one of the most impressive large-scale modern armour kits on the market today. At 16th scale, it's a real centerpiece project that should keep you busy for months, if not years. Border Model teased us at Shizuoka last year with CAD drawings of this 35th scale Dauntless, and it is looking like it's getting very close to making its way to the market. Border Model continue to push this 35th scale line of aircraft with this announcement of their new SBD Dauntless. Rather than the traditional 32nd scale, Border have designed this kit to integrate seamlessly with 35th scale armour, opening the door to maybe a Pacific airfield or a carrier deck diorama. The kit features beautifully reproduced stressed skin, again from what I can see from the pictures. It has a fully detailed engine, highly detailed cockpit and interior details, photo etch parts and posable control surfaces, including the Dauntless's iconic perforated dive brakes. There is also some suggestion that the kit parts are coming pre-painted, so watch this space, I guess. Now, as you know, I love giving my Patreons a bit of a shout out in these videos and sharing some of their work on screen. Patreon is the best place to join in with this incredible community of like-minded people of all skill levels and all talents, modelling all genres really. There are 4 tiers to choose from, starting with the complimentary level right up to my top tier, the Killer Kangaroos, each with their own unique rewards. Connection on that platform helps me a lot, and I'd love to see you over there sometime soon if you can make it. Also, last up, don't forget to enter the draw for those stunning Dynamo figures. Entry details can be found during that chain of command video that I popped up, the thumbnail that you can see on screen at the moment. Entries are a little bit lower than I'd expected, so you are in with a pretty decent chance of winning these figures. It's drawn real soon, so make sure you've entered, be in it to win it. I'm sure you would have noticed my fondness that I have for Italian aircraft, and this month is no exception. Italeri have unveiled a 100% new tooled 48 scale Macchi MC202 Falgore, I hope I've said that right, widely regarded as one of the most beautiful fighters of the Second World War. Powered by the license-built Daimler-Benz DB601 engine, the Falgore finally gave the Italian Air Force a fighter capable of matching many of its allied opponents. The new kit features finely engraved surface detail, a highly detailed cockpit that can be enhanced with 3D decals and photo etch. If you've been waiting for a modern tooling of this elegant Italian fighter, well, this could become the new benchmark in this scale. Now, if you're like me, I'm sure you're desperately hoping Italeri gives us something un-Italeri-like, although in fairness, some of their later kits have been pretty okay. Roden have announced a brand new 1:144th short Sunderland Mark III and IV version, one of the most famous maritime patrol aircraft of the Second World War. Nicknamed the Flying Porcupine thanks to its formidable defence armament, the Sunderland earned a legendary reputation hunting the German U-boats across the Atlantic. This new tool kit represents the later Mark III and Mark IV variants. Roden haven't always had the best reputation, but seem to be improving with each release, and I like that this is in 1:144th scale, as it keeps this huge flying boat to a manageable size, making it far easier to display without sacrificing its impressive presence. I remember as a kid wanting to get that 9th scale Zunder from Esky released, but never quite got there. And this 16th scale Gecko Models German KS750 motorcycle and sidecar kind of gives me the same vibe, plus this one is paired with the IF-8 infantry cart. The late production Zunder KS750 was one of the Wehrmacht's most capable military motorcycles, featuring driven power to both the rear wheel and the sidecar wheel for exceptional off-road performance. Gecko's new kit looks to capture the vehicle in superb detail with a fully detailed engine, suspension and driveline, spoke wheels and that MG34 equipped sidecar and that distinctive trailer, giving modelers plenty of scope for an eye-catching display or diorama. I'll leave the pronunciations up to you guys, but this is one of the more unusual releases that's come this month from DRAMi with the Cat 566. This wasn't a self-propelled gun at all, but a wartime proposal to transport the famous 28cm K5 railway gun, better known as the Leopard. It was proposed to do this using two specially modified Tiger 2 chassis. DRAMi is the brand Zimmy model using for their Reebok's Dragon lines. However, I'm not actually sure this model kit has even been seen before. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I would suggest that Zimmy have cherry-picked a couple of Tiger 2 chassis and the bulk of that railway gun kit they released and created a completely new model kit. But it's certainly one of the more fascinating what-if engineering projects of the Second World War.
Who is that guy?
Now, speaking of unusual, check this one out. It's the Class 2 aerospace battleship Skybreaker. What is it? Well, Skybreaker appears to be an original science fiction mecha subject with one toe in the mecha world and one with a steampunk World War I/II vibe. There isn't a lot of detail around this one yet, but I can tell you, I saw this built up at Shizuoka last year, not really knowing what it was. So to see it getting some traction on the Border Model Facebook page and putting a name to that face really is quite exciting. N scale traditionally is a railroad scale, but given this is fiction, doesn't really matter. The box suggests that this is going to be a snap fit kit with no paint required. I guess that opens the kit up to those who just want to build the thing. It contains a carrier-based aircraft and the propellers move. A good opportunity maybe to motorise it perhaps. Modelers are always calling for new and interesting things, so for me, I think this is going to be really popular once it hits the shelves. So what did you think? What did you like? What did I miss? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you again to B&A for looking out for this little channel. Please be sure to let them know with your next order that you saw them presented here on this channel. Plenty coming up. I have a couple of builds on the go that are taking a little longer than expected, but hold tight because I promise you there's plenty more inbound. Remember guys, this is the greatest hobby in the world. Share it with your family and share it with your friends, and let's be proud of what we do. Until next time, I'll see you soon.
Was pretty much the coolest thing I've ever seen.